One of my favorite dart throws in the 2025 NFL Draft just went to the Rams. Jarquez Hunter, running back from Auburn. We're going to dig into his prospect profile real quick with a quick reaction. Before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're dropping reactions to these picks all weekend long, even after the draft. There's a lot to talk about. Interviews, everything. It's all on the table. Click that button. Stop missing out. Learn about your players. Jarquez Hunter was one of my favorite under-the-radar running backs in this year's draft. He's got good size. He's good between the tackles. And now looking at this from a Rams fan perspective who's trying to learn about the backfield more with this new running back added, you're getting more depth behind Kyren Williams. Him and Blake Corum, Hunter and Corum together. So if something happens to Kyren Williams, you're going to be okay. You're getting more competition on the back end of your depth chart. Ronnie Rivers is cooked. He should be cooked. If not, something's going on with Blake Corum or Hunter in training camp. However, we're looking at a running back here that's very underrated, very good between the tackles. And it's not a comparison, but this one characteristic between Blake Corum and Kyren Williams. He's a lunch pail running back who's just got good vision, who's not overly explosive, who's never going to be regarded as the top running back in his class ever, but just gets the job done. And that is the characteristic this team likes with their players and running backs, and that's what they got with Hunter here. Now you're going to have him on the depth chart. Some people look at him as RB3. There could be a huge committee if something happens to Kyren Williams. They love Kyren Williams. They don't let Kyren Williams leave the field. We talked about this way too many times last year in season. He was getting so many snaps, pass blocking, running the ball, running routes, that more contact just gives you more chances for injury, more chances for impact. If that ever does happen, which the odds increase with every touch, every rep on the field, now you're in a good situation. You got two decorated running backs, and I call Hunter decorated because he's a fourth rounder. 2025 NFL Draft, one of the most jacked up drafts in talent at the running back position of all time. You also got him paired with Blake Corum. Very productive at Michigan. Did not get opportunity as a rookie last year. Kyren Williams not leaving the field. And maybe they want to share the workload a little bit. Or maybe once this workload starts impacting Kyren Williams, you can use a little bit more of a committee. But you got more of an insurance policy. For fantasy football purposes, if I got Blake Corum, if I got Kyren Williams, mainly Kyren Williams here for this idea, I want one of those two running backs. If I can swing it both, especially for dynasty fantasy football, I want both. If I'm playing redraft, it's very hard to make that draft pick on him considering Blake Corum's there. And we got to watch the clips from training camp, rookie camps, mini camps, and OTAs. Click that subscribe button right now. I will have the clips from rookie camp. Whatever they post, I will have. The Rams don't post many clips. There were none of Kyren Williams. There are barely any of Blake Corum. There was just a tiny bit of Puka Nacua when he was out. They just don't do it. They just don't do it. I try. I look every day. I look every day when there's camp clips. However, you got to monitor this backfield like a hawk. And if something happens to Kyren Williams, you're going to want both running backs. And you're going to want them on your roster in single-year leagues, redraft leagues, basic fantasy format. Dynasty, you're going to catch them around the third round of your rookie drafts due to the perceived notion Kyren Williams not leaving the field, and then also the competition with Blake Corum. But I'm going to tell you this, that this could be a committee if something happens to Kyren Williams. And also, they tried a committee out one time 2 years ago with jabroni running backs, and that could be due to being jabroni running backs due to that context. And they tried that out, and maybe they want to try that out again. However, they love the dependability, and if Hunter can show off some dependability, he could just be getting all the touches. So you want to be interested in that facet. This is an offense that can move the ball. Hunter is a big get for the Rams. This is an underrated draft pick for everybody involved. The Rams, fantasy football aficionados, guys who love football, Kyren Williams, everything. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.